All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Monday, March 10th, set today by Vulcan. The clocks sprung forward on Saturday night, Sunday morning here in the US, and I'm still not adjusted, so I hope Vulcan goes easy on us today. Grasshopper fouled D-Day kit. Anagram of D-Day kit is why did I say our lady? Katie did. Katie lied. Katie did. All right. Coins and notes only, they say. Okay, a homophone in disputed region. Well, Kashmir is often in the news. So it's a homophone of cash with a K for cash with a C, and only mere, M-E-R-E. All right. Sweetly pretty princess growing up. She's 11 or 12, perhaps. Oh, there is a term, not preteen, but tweenager, I think. Yes, so I think we may have had a very similar clue to this before. Sweetly pretty is twee. And the princess, I think, is Reagan from King Lear, who is not sweetly pretty, and she is growing up, or reversed. All right. Hope engineers can plug reservoir. Oh, the engineers, there are some um, abbreviations for the Royal Engineers, I think maybe RE, and that's going to maybe go inside. Goes inside of dam for reservoir, and then we get dream or hope. It's needed for the rest of the partners. Oh, that's a great clue. It reads very naturally, but I've no idea how to get into this one. Maybe it's a double definition where one is a punning. So whatever is needed, do the needful. It's it's needed for the rest. Maybe so some kind of bed. But then of the partners, no. Let's stick with the top left since we got a good start here. Riddle of the Jumbly's craft. Ah, yes, I've a vague memory of, is that Lewis Carroll? And I think somebody went to sea in a sieve, maybe the Jumblies presumably, and a riddle, something that you use to sift out things, could be a sieve, definitely. Car may tour a couple of locks at the very least. Well, I'm thinking it's going to be a minimally type word. In fact, it may be minimally at the very least. The Mini, yeah, the car is a Mini, and then the word may, M-A-Y, tours. I suppose lock. We know lake can be abbreviated to L, so I presume lock is as well. All right, invariable outfit I had. Well, an outfit could be a rig, and I had is I'd, and something that is invariable could be rigid. Let's start over on the northeast. Look likely to make an honest offer. Again, seems like a double definition. I'm going to pause and sip my water and ponder that. Well, I didn't think of anything for that. I thought maybe set something or bid. But then I did look at Five Down, and looks like lead off folk and blues singer that shows guts. Well, ending in Y, I immediately thought of tummy, but then I thought of belly. And so it's not lead, it's lead. Lead belly folk and blues singer. take the lead off and you get belly. So maybe it is, there is some expression in the back of my mind. Oh yeah, very old-fashioned. Bid fair would be to make an honest offer. I have a vague memory of reading in some old book, Treasure Island or something, that they bid fair to make the journey or something. Anyway, let's try. Ooh, another Irish one. Some Irish devices stop working. Oh, is it just simply a hidden clue? No, the D wouldn't be at the start of devices if that was the case. Stop working. Some Irish. Oh, maybe that's the definition. And then devices stop working. No, it's intriguing, but I don't get it. Announced change for place of wedding. All right, this is a homophone. And it's a very common one because people often have to stop and think how to spell them, but the place of wedding would be alter with an A. Sport convention in the country. Sport is often rugby union, RU, so maybe RU followed by convention, and that's going to give us a country. Let me pause. I can hear the bin man coming. The bin man cometh, and it's going to get noisy. Well, as my father used to say when I would be playing my Lou Reed records and they would come to an end, he would say, isn't that silence wonderful? So that's how I feel when the bin men move on. Anyway, while I was paused, I did work this one out. It does indeed start with RU, but it's not the name of a country. It's an adjective or an adverb that means in the country. So the convention might be a rally that you hold. And so rurally. Then while I was paused, I looked over at let walrus swim in lake. Well, swim is an obvious anagram indicator. Let walrus has 9 letters. I was wondering what to do with the W, and then I realized we might have a something water. And I do have a vague memory. In fact, when I first looked at it, I thought L's water, but I need to use up that U. And so it's Ullswater. Then they were here a long time. I looked at some Irish and I thought, oh, well, County Down, of course. And so the definition is stop working. Well, down tools. So some Irish might be from County Down. Devices are tools. Now, 2 novices go to ski here. I love this clue. One word for a novice could be a tyro, Tyro. Another might be an L plate learner. And together they make the Tyrol. And now 4 down, it's obviously double something, so it's needed for the rest of the partners. Oh, maybe a double bed. Maybe it is literally rest of the partners. Let me put in bed and see if that will work out with 15 across. Well, I see William, which I think is going to be Bill, maybe. Irritably, William, maybe Billy, accepts deferred payments. Well, deferred payments could be IOUs. So there's Bill. There's only one L. There we go. I was confused for a moment, but biliously. All right, let's move down to the lower half. She may offer sick camper aid. Oh, I wonder if it's nurse something. She may offer sick camper aid. No, I don't see that. How about one's utmost effort in French is condemned up front. It sounds like, because we're going to put something up front, so I think the other side of the clue is the definition maybe one's utmost or one's utmost effort. In French might be en, or maybe the French for effort. I think it's like effet, maybe. Yeah, maybe F4. No. Part of shoe considered torn. Ooh, a part of shoe might be leather. Considered. And then torn. No. Undeclared reserves that melt away when the heat is on. So I'm immediately thinking something to do with ice. Undeclared. No. Shout out, giving this direction. All right. Nice, straightforward Monday clue here. Out being an anagram indicator, and if we anagram shout, we get south, which is a direction. So this might be another SOU word. Or STU. Don't see it. 1-0 for United. What is that? One is probably going to be an I, so I'm thinking, United, some phrase in the 0 could be a nil, null, not, just the letter O. Yeah, don't see it. Reproached at length and clipped round side of head. I'm thinking the definition is reproached. Again, because there's a directional or positioning of letters at the end of it. Something going around side of head, I think, will be either the H or the D. And clipped might be AN. And that goes around. Well, that won't really go around nicely, the H or the D. Length might be L. Oh, yeah, maybe it's a word for clipped. That's probably more likely going around the H or the D. No, husband, unpack the vegetables. Well, husband is generally H. And then a word for unpack, and it's going to be vegetables. What vegetable begins with H? Haricot vert. Is that one? No, what may arrive with biscuits. Some mutts about to eat for all to see. Well, tea may arrive with biscuits. And then some mutts about. Wow, suddenly it got very difficult. Leaving space for astronauts. I wonder if that's simply a cryptic definition. I'm thinking re-entry would be leaving space. I mean, it's a funny way to phrase it, obviously, but that's why it's cryptic. It does give nice ending letters, or not nice for us solvers, but plausible. So, for example, at rear of pasture, thin tree. Well, rear of pasture would be the letter E, and then a word for thin. Can't think of a word. Oh, I can actually. Uh, Bony. And so ebony is I know it's a type of wood. It's so funny. You think of things as being wood without thinking, well, they must have come from a tree then. But yeah, there we go. So maybe re-entry is right. More disapproving of Mike opening elementary book. Yeah, so I think I used to see it in maybe Little House on the Prairie or some other American programs set in the past where they would talk about the children reading from a primer, which I always thought was just a funny pronunciation of primer. But I am thinking if you're more disapproving, that would be. Yeah, so the elementary book is pronounced primer but spelled primer with one M. But Mike can be is in the NATO alphabet, the letter M, and that opens or goes inside the word for the primer. All right, need to do this, suffering dry heat. Oh, suffering could be an anagram indicator for dry heat. Let's try the anagram helper for the first time today. And hydrate. You do need to do that. That's a very clever clue. Where the anagram fodder helps us see the solution or is referred to in the definition. Cat's very light weight. I'm thinking a light weight could be an ounce. And I think this has come up before where an ounce is a type of cat. I'm going to pause and look that up to make sure I'm not making a fool of myself. Yes, it is a snow leopard, and it comes from an old French word and then Latin. In fact, the Wikipedia suggests the Latin came from the old French, which seems the wrong way around, but they must know what they're talking about. All right. Yeah, let's stick with the Southwest. This is she may offer sick camper. Oh, sick, of course, could be an anagram indicator of camper aid, not camper van Beethoven. Yeah, I'm not seeing the anagram. Oh, paramedic. Ah, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's paramedic. Again, the anagram fodder is part of the definition, so I don't know if that's considered an andlit or something similar. All right. Oh, yes, if you do your damnedest. So I think, yes, damned is condemned up front. And the French is EST. There we go. All right, how about our husband? Oh, could it be man? Unpack the vegetables. Now, I'm very bad on vegetables. I can just think of what was the marrow, fat peas. Mange tout. Yes, all right. Phew, thank goodness it came to me. So husband, unpack. I think it's just man, get out. I suppose if you unpack something, you get it out. I would question get out to me doesn't really, because it's something to do with transitive and intransitive verbs. It just doesn't sound right to me. But anyway, I think that's probably right. Now, here's our. Must be. Well, I was going to say in one, but yeah, what else could it be? Yeah, so 1 is I, 0 is none. In one? I'm just trying to think of a sentence where you might use in one to mean united. I'm sure if there is one. I just being a bit slow, and again, I'm blaming the clocks springing forward. Anyway, ooh, we do have some nice letters for our part of shoe. Oh, lace. Oh, yeah. Lace is the part of a shoe, and considered might be rated, and that gives lacerated for torn. Oh, we haven't looked at 28. Recklessly. I'm looking at that thinking do or die, determined, but fail after entrance. Ah, yeah, the entrance is a door, and then fail, like if your battery fails, it dies, and that is recklessly determined. I don't think we've looked at this yet. Problems, a good grocer halved. Well, grocer halved, yeah, is GRO. A good is A and G. That gives aggro. Was there a song with aggro in the chorus? I'm trying to remember. Anyway, what may arrive with biscuits? Some mutts about to eat for all to see. I have a feeling for all to see is the definition, and maybe it's a Italian or Latin word. Yeah, out in the open. What may arrive with biscuits? Some mutt. I mean, that could be dog and turned about, God. And I don't know if T might finish up the word. No. How about my reproached? Um, ear. Ear. Ear lashed. Is that right? Well, what would the clipped be? Ear bashed, ear and clipped around. Yeah, I am thinking the side of head is that H. So clipped, reproach. Again, yeah, I'm still trying to make out if at length is part of the definition or wordplay, and we have to come up with a short length, maybe a unit, and then clipped. Yeah, I think this is one I may have to just make a guess at. Remembering the Irish Sunday Independent, they always had a puzzle where you had to choose between two words to complete a sentence, and the thing was they were always either one was acceptable, but they were just different by one letter. So it was really just a game of chance that made you feel like you were smart. But anyway, that's how I'm thinking. I'm sure for British people, it's probably a very obvious. I'm gonna go with ear bashed. He got a real ear bashing. I don't know. Let's go ahead and check this one. It is right. Oh my goodness. All right. So maybe I do know that one, or I've seen it here before. Clipped around side of head. No, I just don't see. I just don't see the clipped part. All right, still don't know that. Could it be the Garda? Oh, this looks like South Pole undeclared when the heat is on. What else could it be other than south? I think it has to be south. Yeah, I'm worried now about do or die because South Pole maybe, but oh no, it's not south. It's a slush fund, undeclared reserves, of course. And that melt away, I suppose, melting snow becomes slush. Ah, wonderful. All right, what may arrive with biscuits? Gouda. Ah, you might get cheese and biscuits. About to eat for all to see. Yeah, I don't get that, but I'm fairly confident that it's right. Yeah, let's do a check this just for that one. It does seem to be right. All right, let's check all. And everything still there. Did we have a pangram or anything fancy? We did have a few funny letters, but I don't think we had a J. And I didn't see any theme today. All right, let's head on over to 15 squared. All right, the blog today is by Manehi. Pleasant solve. Thanks to Vulcan. I think I've followed most of them. Ear bashed. Oh, it's really just a double definition. To clip someone around the side of their head could mean to hit or bash their ear. Oh, I'm a little disappointed. That's all there was to it. All right, so some mutt is a dog. That is reversed. Oh, for all to see is the universal rating for films, the U. I think that would be G or PG in the US. Maybe it's a U in the US. I'm actually not sure. Anyway, good to know. I know actually I did know that. I just forgot it. And then the downs. Oh, I wrote down 21, but obviously it's not 21. Maybe it was 21 across. No, I got that. What was the one I wasn't fully sure of? Slush fund really was just a sort of double definition. Ounce was a double definition. No, now I'm not sure why I wrote down that one. Anyway, we'll figure it out later. All right, well, thanks as always for watching and have a great day.